And will the game not crash? Apparently not. Welcome back. Thank you. Wow, all these guys. Really? It's been that long since I saved?
Come out, wherever you are!
Okay, we'll do this again. Not that way.
No blood to spill today.
I see that newspaper under that painting.
A noise? I hear something.
Okay, I remember that guy up there.
No fight today. Must have been nothing.
Give me a pip. Give me a pip. I missed him? Now I saw my missile go directly into that post. Yet that's the shot that killed him. Okay, I'll take it. You robbed me twice. But it's an RPG. I must have got a bad dice roll. That's how that works. That's how that works.
Stupid noises. I can hear you.
I was such a noob at building computers. I made sure I wanted a real top-end motherboard, something that had diagnostic codes. And other stuff too.
Who's there?
And so I'm like booting it up for the first time. And I'm looking at the codes. Okay, it's going through this routine, it's going through that routine. Okay, it's doing a memory check. For some reason, Ryzen, not Intel. Oh, let's see. I'm not sure what the source is. It does a memory check every time you turn it on, every time you restart it. And it's a lot longer than most people want to wait.
It was nothing.
I don't care if it takes a minute for my computer to boot up. I don't care if it takes it 2 or 3 minutes. I don't want a fast boot. I want it to take its time, check itself, get it right. I actually hooked up insurance. Oh. Well, I'm gonna make a note on that myself instead of talking about it. Do you remember offhand how expensive it was for how much coverage? It doesn't really matter because, whatever my situation is, it's going to be different. $600 a year. $600 a year.
I hear something.
Well,
someone there?
it seems a little steep. Basically, it's not worth it. The only thing that would make it worth it would be if your computer gets absolutely ruined, for me, within the first couple years. That is what we said. Yeah, because in 10 years, that's $6,000. I paid $6,000 for my components. I think this computer will last me 10 years. My last one lasted me 8 years. It took it 8 years before, well, it took it about 6 years before a couple games came out that I didn't quite meet the recommendations. I met the minimum standards, but not the recommended standards. So because I overbuilt this computer, I'm thinking 10 years is a good lifespan. At $600 a year, in 10 years, I'd have paid for it. I could have bought another one. That doesn't make sense for that kind of money.
What? Who's there?
Well, yeah, I mean, you can build a PC for $300. Depends on what you want to do. Oh yeah, full tower. I don't need it though. The only reason I bought the full tower is because the 4090 is so big that it won't fit in a lot of cases. And I found that to be a shortcoming in trying to source cases. I was having a very difficult time trying to choose a case that I knew was compatible with my graphics card. Mr. has a mid-sized and it sucked. Well, who cares what size the case is, really? It's just a box. It's all about, do the components fit in there without crimping wires, putting forces on your wires that are putting forces onto your cards, that are putting torque forces into your slots in your motherboard. Does everything just sit in there nice and easy? On the graphics card, barely. Yeah, well, that's it. The graphic cards are huge nowadays. They're huge. That's the rub. It's the graphics card. And
what's that?
I found several different companies that sell computer components. They had some really good
Hello? Someone there?
programs for building PCs, compatibility programs.
I hear something.
As you picked your components, some things would disappear off the list because they weren't compatible with each other. It was really nice. And of course, I know these are just marketing tools, so I went to several different companies using their Build Your PC and made sure that all the stuff I was picking was compatible. The problem was the case. Oh, his water cooler
It was nothing.
was a pain in the buttocks. I wanted it where I wanted it, and that was that. You mean the radiator? Not the actual heatsink part. Well, yeah, you got to think about that. Where do you want your inlet? Where do you want your outlet? And you want them balanced. Yeah, the radiator. Yeah, I had to sacrifice that. No, it is all one component. Oh, so you're talking about a CPU cooler?
A noise?
Like a tower?
Who's there?
There's several different designs.
Stupid noises.
Yeah, I should have known you were talking about the CPU. I don't know why I was thinking GPU. I bought my GPU with a cooler. I'm like, hell with it, My GPU is what's going to be doing all the work, not the CPU. Radiator, that is it. Yeah, the radiator. Are we ready to go through that door? I guess we're ready to go through this door. Yeah, see, at first glance, I just thought this was all a wall, that this was not a door. You up there? I think you're up there somewhere.
What was that? Must have been
I tried to
nothing.
think of a car's radiator.
Hearing stuff.
Well, it's similar. It's got all those fins. Or oh, we get you first. I don't know. Oh, and we'll get you next. As long as I don't shoot the frame of the door.
I can. No fight today.
Well, I love that perk.
What's that?
I think it's an agility perk where you can quick reload.
I hear something.
This guy reloads. Look how fast he reloads. A missile launcher.
Someone there. You humans made us! Now suffer for your arrogance!
Let's do a save so we don't have to do this again. To be honest, I have troubles with acronyms. Yeah. I'm schooled as an engineer.
I hear something.
It's important to communicate perfectly. You can't solve a problem if you don't know exactly what the data is. If you don't communicate accurately, you can't have success.
Go ahead and hide, little bleeder!
How many times do I gotta shoot at you? I guess more than that. Somehow he's just oh, here we go. Now you're screwed. Of course, I took damage too. Well, there's still 3 more of these guys. My mistress says that it's true. It's true. And especially with chat, and I don't blame anybody because chat is chat. Who's gonna type a wall of text to perfectly describe what they're trying to say? Most guys won't even read it. They just say wall of text and they skip it. And some people have rules. No walls of text. Say what you got to say in 6 words or less, or don't talk to me. It's like, why you can't say anything meaningful. I say 6 words or less, maybe 10 or 20, I don't know.
Scream! Scream for your worthless life!
If your chat is more than a couple lines, most people don't want to have anything to do with it. I don't know how many times my comments, there'd be a substantial discussion about something relatively, important.
You see me, human?
If you just don't, if it's just not some kind of rah-rah bullshit comment, I don't know. I just find it, I don't know what to say about it. I don't like it. I think that word Debbie or something had a hard time with that one. I don't know that one. And
the Commonwealth is ours!
I got this thing about people changing words. Like copy paste is becoming copy pasta. The word jealous has become jelly. There's a whole bunch of examples like that. And I saw that as a youth. And I've seen it in other cases, this gets a little deep. Of course, that's what I do best and what people hate the most. But it's a psychological behavior.
I'm gonna eat your legs when you're dead, human!
It's a way for people to make a small group to be part of that discludes everybody else. We speak a slightly different language than everybody else. When we talk, we know what we're talking about, but nobody else does.
You humans
We're the cool club.
now suffer for your
Everybody
arrogance.
else is them, but we're us.
Where'd you go? Huh? Gonna find you.
Karen,
Gonna
it is.
kill you.
It is the name. I've heard that before. I forgot what it was. I understood it at the time, and it just, like, yeah, it's another one of those things. I don't even remember it anymore. It's
Come out sooner or later.
how meaningful it was to me.
I'm gonna feast on your flesh.
Well, this is where I died last time. Well, 2 quick shots took care of that. I shot that dog before he had a chance to come out here. Oh, is that my mag? See, there was a mag up here.
Yes.
Its meaning is yeah, that's right. White privilege or something. Some people use it constantly. Yeah, she's a Karen. Okay. I don't know, I got a problem with that too, but that's all political incorrectness. White privilege. White privilege. I don't think I want to get started. That whole PC culture. It's such bullshit.
I am a super mutant. I am unstoppable.
Yeah. I had to go to my son. Yeah, right. What? There's still still one of you guys left? I thought I just killed the last one. He is. I killed the important one, I guess. That's what I did.
Human time is done. This is the age of the super mutant.
I'm like, why are these people changing the words? We already have words. Why you gotta use a different word to mean the same thing? We already did that. What are you changing it for? Son tells me you don't want to understand many of this stuff. Well, there's a way to say, yeah, you don't want to, but you kind of should.
Hey, you disappear.
You don't need to participate. You don't need to like it. But I think knowledge is important. It's empowering. I think it's important to know. Yes, there is something up on that roof for me. But before I go up there, I think isn't that where that Chimp Dow's, exactly, yeah. Chimp Dow's got a cricket up there, and that starts that quest. I don't want to do all these loading screens. I figure let's finish looting this area. There's still a mutant in here worth killing. I found the mag. I don't think there's a bobblehead in here. I
What's that?
Don't really know.
No fight today.
Oh, I didn't come in here, did I? Well, looks like I did. Yeah, I did.
Someone there.
I'm a little
Must have been nothing.
confused. I'm waiting for the ha! I found you! Da, 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 da. I wasn't over here. Yeah. You know what I didn't find? I didn't find the other elevator door. There was an elevator downstairs that I decided not to take. And I did not finish looting this place as well. There's something up behind the podium. Here's an example that kind of backs up the concept of what I was saying about people speaking a slightly different language to make themselves feel special and exclude others. I met this guy on a job site, Vietnamese, that knew a different way to multiply numbers together. You know, say just two-digit numbers. And you know the way we've all been taught in school. Well, he did it a different way. And I saw him do it, and I'm like, whoa. Wait, what's that? He goes, oh yeah, different way. But show me how you do that. And he shows me 100 miles an hour. It's like, whoa, 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 slow down. Explain how you're doing that. He did not want me to know. Somehow he felt empowered over me by him being able to do it and me not being able to do it. I've had things like that happen to me several times in my life. It's a part of human behavior. It's a thing. It's a thing. It's a psychological thing. Like I was saying, the engineer needs to communicate precisely, exactly. That's why math is so awesome.
Who's there?
1 + 1 = 2 in every country in the world.
Something. It was nothing.
Silly, childish. It's a little more than childish. It's something else. It's a psychological weakness. Someone that needs to feel. The phrase is escaping me right now. Oh my God, my youngest son was getting every math problem his teachers were giving him to make him write it down. Yeah, they want to see your work. Make sure your thought process. You get the answer wrong, you still get good credit as long as you show that you've understood the process. I'm talking about high level college math, you know, calculus, differential equation, shit like that. He just knew the answers, and he was, well, there's people that can do that, multiply numbers in their head. My algebra teacher was like that. He had to break down every single step. Like, oh, come on. So there's somebody in this building, and I can't find him. What is he, outside? How much you want to bet he's outside? Did you go down in the basement, dude?
Stupid noises.
Is there a room down here that I better pull out a different weapon. I was in here.
Itzel, what is it?
I did not. I wonder if this brings me up to the roof or something. Huh?
He is playing tricks on me again.
Third floor.
Time to die. Bang! You pay for that.
I don't think so.
Ah!
That was your chance, dude. Really? Are you at least connected to the other? So, here's where we find out how stupid I was the whole time. Why I couldn't find this room. He's in here the whole time talking to me, and I couldn't find him. Fusion cell. I had a couple professors. They would, I could tell what they were doing. They thought I was cheating. It was just me that he was looking for. He'd come around looking under the desk, looking on the side. Wait till the test started, then he'd come walking around. He didn't walk down all the aisles. He was centered on me. He's like, how's this guy doing so well all the time? He must have some cheat somewhere. Oh, so you could not get here unless you took... Wait a minute. Yeah, there was a couple ways you could have gotten up here. You're a synth. I know you are, but what am I? XXT Legendary. Legendary, how you doing? Well, the more you know about this game, everybody's a synth. Sometimes I do a save and kill somebody just to find a synth component. Good, how about you? I'm living the dream. I'm doing very well. Merry Christmas, or whatever holiday you celebrate or don't celebrate. It's Merry Christmas, Happy Christmas Eve Day. Oh my gosh, and the sun must be about coming up too, at least where I am. Christmas Eve Day. I was wondering, it wasn't going to matter much to me. I just wanted to get a stream in. I was thinking, yeah, I'm in New Jersey. Well, you know, I'm up in Connecticut, so. I don't know if it's going to hit you guys. Nice. But our area, at least up here, talking about a mixture of winter precipitation, some freezing rain, and some light snow blowing around. Perfect for Christmas traveling, right? I've been down Jersey a couple times. My brother, there's a Coast Guard academy down there. I remember taking the Jersey Turnpike to it. And I used to work with a guy. I forget what part of Jersey he took me to. We went bird hunting. You know, so you might be driving up into it. It's at least going to hit upper state New York. It may not make it to the southern part of New York. I don't really know. But I'm up in the northwest corner of Connecticut, and we're supposed to get some. So I gotta find my way back to where I was, because I want to go out on the roof. I'll backtrack.
Ground floor.
Ground floor? Oh boy. Okay. Here I am, way out west. Yeah. Probably not too far from the, well, there's several mountain ranges around you, and you're probably not getting any snow. So let's see. There was a way out onto the roof. Okay, this will get me up there. I think. Cascade Mountains. Yeah, that's the word I couldn't remember how to pronounce. Ochiko. Looks like an Indian word. Okay, yeah, so here we are again. I want to get over there. I don't. Where was that darn? There's a ladder that went up to the roof. I didn't do a very good job at remembering this floor plan. It's the same thing with Connecticut. A lot of people don't realize it, but the word Connecticut, I mean, that's Native American. It's not Connecticut like we all Connecticut. It's Connecticut. You say it properly, it just screams Native American. And a lot of the places around here also. Come on, where's that? Am I getting close? Where's that ladder to the roof? Ah, it's in here. There we go. There we go. I don't know what this is, but I'm going to eat it. I remember you said you were near a reservation, talking about thousands of acres and stuff. White chocolate, raisins, chocolate chips. It's loot and scoop. Let me guess. Those warm springs are cold as hell? Cold as hell. That's funny. Whoa. What was that? Shaking like a death claw. Some physicist or someone like that. Oh, not at all. The springs are nice and warm. Okay. Well, it could be some kind of, geological hot springs or something like that. But I find there was a lot of propaganda in place names. Greenland. Greenland is not green. But the Vikings wanted people to move to Greenland and settle. So they made it sound like it was a good place to go. And it wasn't. A lot of place names are like that. There it is.
Hell yeah.
And imagine if you didn't know that this thing was there, and if you weren't a hoarder and looting every square inch carefully. Yeah. Greenland and Iceland. Yeah, Iceland is further south, much further south. Most of Greenland is considerably north, if I remember. Now that's a quest I don't need to be in a hurry to do. Hey, Miss Roadrunner, how's my sound, by the way? Did it get even better, or did it get worse, or did it stay the same? I need to make a note. I get so many ideas. Perfect, no more echo. See how that is? And I didn't do anything. I get so many ideas, things I want to do, and then all of a sudden when I have time, oh, okay, now I can sit down. I got chores done. I've got what is it I want to do? Okay, I'll bite. Oh, I know where I am. I wasn't going to bother coming here to loot, but I'm here. It's a one-way ticket, unless you got a jetpack. Well, I'm still going to do that USB swap out. And OBS just did an update. I better check them for updates to see if there's a fix. Man, I used to play this on Xbox One. Xbox One. The regular one. Used to 10 to 15 minutes. It's a crashy game. It doesn't seem to matter much what you play it on. You look at the specs on my Twitch page, I'm playing this on a pretty good rig. That's an understatement of the century. Sometimes a good thing to do with this game is do a restart. Shut it off and restart it. I run a lot of mods, so that makes things worse. But you don't need mods for this game to crash. This computer will play anything that exists on Ultra, but not this game. The game crashes. It was crashing several times a minute. No exaggeration. I had to turn it down to medium instead of ultra, down to medium. Some of the things I had to turn down to low. Some things I turned off completely. What's my quest? Report your success. Yes, we will talk to them, but then he's going to say talk to Preston Garvey, and I'm not talking to Preston Garvey. I'm going to start giving Preston Garvey a wide berth. I can't even get within, I don't know, 10 or 20 yards of him. He gives me quests without even me talking to him. I used a lot of quality of life mods to try to help. Oh. I'm running about 119 mods actively right now. I try to cut them back to just the essentials that mean the most to me. I am running the unofficial Fallout 4 patch. That's about as much as a anti-crash. I don't think that help. I don't know if that helps in crashes or not. I forgot what that thing does. But some of my mods are dependent on FO4 unofficial patch. I wasn't going to run it. I heard it was pretty intensive. But when so many of my mods were saying it was a prerequisite, I'm like, okay, well, I'll play. They seem to help. Hey, whatever works, right? And are your load screens as long as mine? My God, it seems to take forever. Most of my mods are optical, graphic, things that make things look good. Nice grass, colorful bushes, new skins on a lot of things. Oh, I need to pick all the carrots here.
Seems to be growing well.
I was down to like 30 carrots, and I was trying to plant carrots, and I ran out of carrots. This looks really good. These graphics, this is at least on my TV. I'm not watching my stream, but this stuff looks very, very crisp, very clean, bright. It's not muddied. Oh, I meant to do that. Haven't played it on the new Xbox yet. Oh, my old Xbox, yes, it's exactly worse. What's Xbox up to now? Xbox One? Is that the latest, or is there an Xbox 2, they updated the unofficial FL4 patch lately. I must, I shouldn't say must. I should have that update. That's one of the good things about using Vortex that might be considered worth calling it a tool for fixing mods. It knows when your mods have been updated.
Kids could earn their keep too.
And it tells you. I'm just so afraid to update mods. I got burned so hard once that, well, more than once, a few times. It's like, it's working. Why am I updating it? You're going to break it again.
The farm's not much, but it's something.
Hello.
So a lot of clean clothes, a lot of clean faces, a lot of skins, optics, stuff that makes it look good. Most of the vanilla clothing
you're still alive.
Is gone.
That either means you haven't gone after those super mutants yet, or good news.
March of 23.
Those super mutants won't be bothering you again.
I guess you were the right person for the job, huh? Thanks, friend.
92 caps. Could make it an even 100. Okay, we're good. Just here to take your stuff. Yeah. Look at all the water machines. I put down 20. So it makes 800 water. I did the same thing at Spectacle Island. So you got Nordhagen, Spectacle Island, Sanctuary, the Castle, County Crossing doesn't have 20. I think it's only got like 9. So there's 4.5. Be careful out there. Because it's a jungle out there. Thanks, Legendary. Watch out for those crazy people on the roads. Thanks for stopping in, hanging out a bit. So 4.5 times 800. 3,600 water a day. 3,600 water a day. And I don't get more than a dozen at a time out of any of these places. It's just not farming water. I don't know if they call that a fix. If it's broke, I might need to get in my settings and do something. I don't know. Now, I think I've got another quest that is time sensitive. Talk to Preston. That's not going to happen. But this one here, Raider Troubles at Abernathy, I kind of have to. I can't let that set. I don't want to get a notification saying, "Oh, too late, timed out, you blew it." They're pissed. They don't want to. They're backing out of the Minutemen because you didn't kill their raiders. I got my list of downloads finally to 1 day's worth of downloads. back on the 20th. And there's about 10 of them. Well, so much for that. There's 10 more.
Got no handouts if that's what you're looking for.
Oh, stop it. When have I asked you for a handout? Got anything for free? Yeah?
We're in some real trouble here. I hope you can help.
Oh, I can talk to you about
Let's
it?
trade some things.
Sure.
No, I don't want to. I want to talk to your dad, but
Easy living, this ain't.
you.
I just want to trade a few things.
Of course.
No, I don't want to. What? You like? Where's the dad? Where's the guy with the pip over his head? Here he
We could
is.
really use your help.
He tried to use mods and no console. And I'm the yeah, what's going on?
Yes, I'm here to help. What's going on?
There's a group of raiders that won't leave us alone. Stealing our food and
Walden
supplies.
Pond.
Threatening us if we can't give them what they want. We know where they're coming from. But we can't stand up to them ourselves.
Walden Pond.
Don't worry. I'll take care of those raiders for you.
I hope so. We didn't know what to do.
Guess my good karma's paying off.
He tried to use mods and no console. So that means he's using mods on a PC?
Yeah?
Or some other kind of a game system app thing. So I got his opinion. We are a opinionated group. Well, that word's
I've been thinking about what happened to Mary.
used. Oh, sorry, yeah.
Other families
He
don't
is
have to suffer
PC.
like we did.
What do you mean?
I could join the Minutemen and help defend the Commonwealth.
Oh, honey, listen. It's brave of you to say so, and it's good that you want to help people. But we need you here.
Yes,
Besides,
stay here.
your mother would never forgive you.
I know. It's just, well, I'm almost a grown woman, and I just don't know if this is the life I want. You understand, don't you, Daddy?
Yes, darling, I do. But after what happened with Mary, well, let's just give things time to settle down, okay?
Okay.
I know what's going on with this girl. Her hormones are raging. She's got her eye on that boy down at Diamond City. I love these little side conversations you can listen in on because there is some lore that what I just said is true. Every time her dad goes to Diamond City, she wants to go along because there's some boy down there she's got her eye on. She's got her cap set for some young man. They took one of the PS4 Pros and the Xbox out. There where he is set up to play those. He wants to. I got the PlayStation 4. I never bothered upgrading to a Pro. I think I've got the Pro. Yeah, PlayStation 4 Pro. I'm looking at the empty box in my closet. Now we save my boxes for stuff like that. But I won't upgrade because it'll play the games I got.
Damn mole rats have been at the tables again.
Yeah, opinionated.
Selling traps.
Sure. but
I
he
do
was charging
too.
so much I could
Yeah,
sell
well,
it
when you first get a product, you save the box because, hey, if it's under warranty and you got to ship it or return it, you put it back in its original box. What, does he wear them out? Or he just keeps upgrading? So let's head towards where he's talking about. I know that spot, Walden Pond. There's a couple death claws down there, isn't there? Oh, we can walk there from here. I can talk while I walk. Oh, nah. They need to be served. Really? You must put a lot of time into them. You must use them a lot. The Pro sounds like a jet engine. My first console was an Xbox 360. And those things used to run too hot. LOL, my buddy's stream crashed. Oopsie. I used to have very spotty internet. I stopped streaming for a while because my internet kept cutting and I'd lose all my viewers, and not that that was such a big deal, but you know, it's just not a good look. Piss people off when they don't ever come back. So, but that hasn't happened in a long time. Yeah, so opinionated, that's kind of like, in my arrogant opinion, I don't like that saying. It kind of like insinuates, or it hints that having an opinion is a form of arrogance. I think that's not fair. I see something sinister going on there, making people think it's a bad thing to have opinions. No, 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 don't have any opinions or thoughts of your own. Just listen to what we tell you. You don't need to have any opinions of your own. That's arrogant. How dare you have an opinion? I think that's should never have been slipped into our lexicon. Arrogant opinion. Well, sometimes I get put down for how opinionated I can. Well, there's the other side to that. Some people have strong opinions. I know some extremely undereducated, ignorant people don't have a goddamn clue about almost anything other than like raising babies or doing this simple waitress job that they do for a living, but yet they think they know how to run other people's lives, and they think they know. You can't tell them anything. I got sidetracked. I need to turn here. And am I asking for trouble by going in this route? I've been called opinionated before, but that's because I have a wealth of knowledge. I know a lot of stuff. I'm educated. I've got opinions. I've got experience. I know what I'm talking about, or I'm not talking about it. People don't like that when somebody doesn't think the way they do. So they blame you for being opinionated. Yeah, I've been down that road. Man, it's so dark. I guess we're gonna whip this out. I'm gonna walk into this clicking on my VATs just to identify. Oh my God, I have enough to do running my own life. Well, I used to work with people. I had my own business. And but I'll just use an example. Later in life, I retired out of construction and I got into pool maintenance. It was lighter duty stuff. I had done it in high school. I had a few years experience. And, you know, like I say, I take the ball and run with it. I used to read all kinds of literature. I knew that business. I knew those components. And so I'm helping somebody with their pool. And I'm recommending and telling them some things, what's going on. And they disagree. Oh, we've been doing it this way for 50 years. I said, well, you know, you've been lucky. It's going to get worse. Oh, this kind of thing. I better put this away. Oh my God. It's like, okay, you've been closing your pool for 50 years. So you've closed 50 pools in your entire life. I've closed 100 pools. Who has more experience? We used to close 10, 20 pools a day. Oh my God. I don't know, 50, 100. I just pulled that number out of my butt. But, you know, you could do the math. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds. Thousands of pools. And they're trying to tell me that I'm wrong. I'm opinionated. Oh no. Were you one of those inspectors? I've also been an inspector and a manufacturing engineer, several different industries, aircraft, because, you know, Connecticut and aircraft, and automotive. Hello, Sir Tom. Hey, Court came in. Good to see ya. You must have been streaming, because well, maybe you came in with Croc's group, or maybe you're just getting done and stopping in. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Holidays, whatever. Yes, Christmas. We were doing some building a while ago. We were building concrete. Oh, here we go. Oh, we can have fun with this.
There you are, you little bitch.
I think I got a twofer. Some folks you just don't back talk to. Just hopping on the Twitch for some relaxing time after Christmas Eve dinner. Ah. Miss Roner had a building inspector tell her she was sweeping wrong. Well, there are more efficient, better ways of sweeping. That is true. You can do a better job faster using certain techniques. But, I mean, really? Did it really matter? I mean, was he paying you by the hour to sweep? That's funny. Some things you just gotta let go. If you told somebody every time they were doing something unperfect, that doesn't work. Yeah, serious. I knew a guy. He said he was a floor man. He could tell, and I knew, and a framer. I forget, and another guy. Not sure if several people said it or who said it. They said they can tell how experienced a carpenter was by the way they swept. And that's true. Well, he didn't like my boy's father. Ah. My family hates it when I tell them a better way to do things. And I tell them, hey, I don't care how you do it. I'm trying to save you time. I'm trying to help you so you don't get hurt. Or I'm trying to make sure you don't break this stuff. People just, they hate it. Well, he was lucky. He got me to sweep. Well, I've got this thing I do. There's people in my family that like to. They don't know how to do stuff. They ask me to do it, but then they stand over my shoulder and criticize. I have a feeling that didn't quite go where I wanted it to go. That one did. Oh, be careful of this, be careful of that. Make sure you don't do this, make sure you don't do that. And, you know, if there was a paintbrush in my hand, I would just extend my arm out and hand them the paintbrush and see if they would take it. Of course, they wouldn't. But that was my way of saying, hey, you asked me to do this because you can't. Plus, I like the Oregon coast. Oh, I was mainly there to take care of the kids and do odds and ends at the jobs. Inspectors, they can be funny people. It's a political job. They're supposed to take the town off the hook for lawsuits. If something, they're to make sure things get, well, let's see if I might not have said that quite right. They kind of take on they actually take on the liability if they pass a job that was poorly done and the roof collapses and kills somebody and the inspector passed it. They're supposed to be liable. But I've never heard of a municipality paying off on something that they passed that was no good. I did a big addition here, well, small town, and we were not from. Yep, I've ran into that too. Me and some friends, we were out-of-towners, and we happened to win a contract in a small town, and that inspector messed with us every time. They would make up stuff. And if you were to ever read the codes, they're written in such a way that can be interpreted any way a man wants to. Such and such should be done in such a manner that makes it safe. Well, who's to say what that means? such and such should be done at a certain distance in order to ensure proper function. Well, how about you tell me the distance? In other words, they purposely make the codes, many of them, vague, so the inspector can fail them if he wants to. My boy's father knew the owners. Yeah. I did a big addition on my house, and the inspector, I put in a spiral staircase, and the inspector said, oh, that's a 3-foot spiral staircase. You need a 4-foot spiral staircase. I said, oh, no, I think you're mistaken. I know he was. I read the code, and it said it has to be 4 foot if it's the only staircase leading upstairs. But if it's a secondary egress, then it does not need to be 4 foot. And I said that to him. He says, no, I'm failing it. No. And so I had to go to the state, and they gave me a waiver or a piece of paper that told him, we pass it. Okay, you don't want to pass it, fine. We pass it. He was being a hard ass. But now, take it one step further. A friend of ours who we got her, she's probably making 6 figures or close to it. We got her that job. We set her up for life. She's dating this guy. She says to him, hey, they're friends of mine. You be nice to them. And it was like night and day. That's how that shit works. I knew this other building inspector. He was a car mechanic. He was a second-generation car mechanic. Dumb as a stump, but he was a good car mechanic. Now he gets himself into being a building inspector. He didn't know shit about electricians or plumbers or... And we had this other person would come right out and say, oh, I'm sure this is fine, while she's signing off on it. Oops, I didn't mean to say that. It slipped out. Because you know more about this than I do. This person didn't even bother learning. I wasn't that kind of inspector. I could have been, except it's a political job. Our last inspector left the town hall. That's what she said. Yeah, it's political. It's who you know. They don't like hiring people that know the job. They want to hire people that will do what they ask. And a lot of towns, you know, at least this town, they want shady stuff being done. Anything that raises more... What did I trip? What did I trip? Was he connected? Oh, because I got too close to him. I got too close to him. Bad monkey. Bad monkey. Off with your head. So we lost a lot of people down at our town hall recently. And some of them are really good people. And it's because of the political shenanigans that the town was trying to pull. And these people didn't want to be part of that. It was totally obvious. And, you know, the mayor smirks, shrugs his shoulder like, what do you want from me? Or, so what are you going to do about it? I could go on and on. I better stop though. I don't want to get too salty. Yeah, so this is not the place I thought it was. Normally when I come here, it's not through that great. There should be that's a skin.
Nice.
We don't even have street lights on. Well, you got 600 people in your town. So, what do you got street lights for? Do you have any stoplights in your town? One crossroad with I'm joking, I'm making fun, but I mean it in a nice way. We got a few towns like that around here. It's a crossroads with a street light. One street light in the whole town. I don't mean street light, I mean a stoplight. Red, green, yellow. That kind of street. I know. As a matter of fact, I know one town, a little north of me in Massachusetts, it's in southern Mass. It doesn't have any street stoplights. No stoplights at all in that town. But it has a bar. It has a couple bars. Oh, restaurants with bars. I thought there was a note like pinned to the wall with a dagger. Somewhere's in here. Yeah, there it is. That's the door I came up from. Note to Tweez. Let's read the note to Tweez. Tweez is dead. If you're reading this, then you're an idiot. Yeah, but you're dead. This is the last time I tell you. We're locking this door. Use the entrance in the sewer pipe. Next time you forget, I'm locking your ass out permanently. Walter! Only reason I know that is because I typed up real estate documents. It's 2 miles long. Yeah, we were in there. We came up and out through that. We just had a major upset. Our town is run with selectmen and a mayor. I think the count is 5, 7, I forget, 5. I watch the town meetings. I stay up on stuff. And they just had a major upset. They got rid of all the Democrats and got in a bunch of Republicans. That's significant. That's kind of like a bellwether. I asked a question to people. I don't know if I couldn't find anyone that knew. Is that happening in other towns as well? Are people changing their minds and turning away from the Democratic Party? And will that mirror itself nationally. November's right around the corner. My town, 10 to 15K. It's a small city. So yes, let's report to Abernathy, but we're not talking to Preston about it. Well, this town is apathetic. They do not care. So, say a town minimum 10,000 people. We have a vote, maybe 2,000 people vote. Probably only 1,000. The vote will swing by a couple dozen votes. Sometimes 400 to 500. 400 yes, 500 no. Maybe 900 people voted. I look at their YouTube channel, 200 followers. I watch their YouTube broadcast live, 2 viewers. Me and my wife, or her sister. Nobody's watching, nobody cares. But they all sit around their little social groups and complain about everything that they do. My buddy says, you should run. I said, no. I'd never win. Nobody likes me. It doesn't matter how smart you are. It matters how many friends you have. I sit and I watch these meetings. These people are so clueless in so many different ways. It just boggles my mind how incompetent these people can be. There were a couple that really knew what they were doing, but that didn't happen much. Oh well, yep, BRB. Yeah, now's a good time for me to get my favorite cafe. Oh, geez, an hour 22.
Out there.
No, not now. It's break time. I'm going to get my favorite caffeinated. Oh yeah, you take that baseball bat and you kill that bloatfly. You kill it up real good. Yeah. Oh. Getting old. No, I'm not getting old. I am old. Wow, it is officially morning here. I'm not sure what you're sorry about. Oh, you had a real nice mayor. He got in a fight with his brother. Oh, the backlash. Yeah, well, politics.